Well, how many times have you lent money to a friend or a family member and were never paid back, or allowed them to temporarily live under your roof, which they self-willingly turned into a permanent free rent situation? Well, Deborah Hutchinson and Judge Lynn Toler have finally written a book, put it in writing, no pun intended. That's actually the name of their book. It's all to help address some of the most important and emotional life issues that can actually damage our relationships. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Ooh, that got me there. Lend money to somebody and they never give it back. Oh, that's annoying.
And that it ruins more relationships than you care to remember, family or friends.
Right.
What put it in writing requires you to do is, number one, talk about the issues, when I need it back, why I need it back, all that kind of stuff. How much you up front, and have it written down so memories don't fade when that loan becomes a gift when that person no longer has a job. And it keeps everybody from being confused, and it saves the relationship because there's no longer that huge elephant of unpaid money sitting in the room.
So there's a lot of different agreements in this book. I mean, it's pretty big. You cover a lot of different bases here, but is it designed as legal advice?
Absolutely not. It's designed as an opportunity to bring up all the issues that you need to consider, requires you to have the conversation, and allows you to remember it. Teen driving. I got a 17-year-old. He and I sat down and said, listen, you got to have a 3.2 in order to keep the keys. You have to call me when you get where you're going, what the insurance is. And we can't go to court over that, but he knows what the rules are, so he can keep driving and I can keep a small slither of sanity.
And even lend personal property. A friend of mine lent me a painting. It's a fairly expensive painting. Now, should something happen to me, my family's not going to know. They're going to say, hey, that's a Blue Dog painting, and she's going to get some money for that. And what I did is we set up a lend personal property agreement. Everyone knows that this painting was lent to me, and if something should happen, my family is going to return it to the woman who lent it to me.
Yeah, because you cover so much in this book: teen driving, caring for your aging parents, roommates, pet sharing, and adults moving back home too. There's a lot of sites online right now like LegalZoom that have contracts up. What makes them so different from what you have?
What makes us different is we cherish the emotional relationship, and we put agreements like how kids are going to care for their aging parents that deals with the emotional issues. It's not something that you're going to want to take to court, but it's something you need to clarify. And that's what we're trying to do.
Well, Lynn, whatever happened to just that little handshake between friends? What happened to that?
It never did work. Shakespeare said, never a borrower nor a lender be. They were shaking hands and they still weren't getting along at Thanksgiving dinner.
And it's better just to have it in writing so that you remember what exactly it is that you said.
Yeah, so now what happens if somebody doesn't stick to the agreement that you guys have put forth?
Well, in all of these agreements, we have if the promise is broken. So if the parent-teen, the parent already has different situations and consequences set up. In the lend money, you could actually take this to court and say, this is what the intent was. In this roommate agreement, if there was a bad situation, you have those consequences. Maybe that roommate has to move out. So we do address it, but we address it more on that emotional issue, but we set it up ahead of time so that those don't happen.
Right, you guys cover so many bases in here, including what's the most important thing when you're filling in the blanks too. So you did a fantastic job.
All the stuff you have to think about that you might not think about because you're right in the moment. Oh, I didn't think about it.
Don't get caught up in
it. You're promising that this is what you're going to do.
Thank you both so much. Congratulations on the book. Thanks for doing something everybody's been thinking about doing too. And if you or someone that you know is entering into an agreement with a friend or a family member and want to avoid those arguments and bad feelings, just pick up a copy of their book. It's called Put It in Writing: Creating Agreements Between Family and Friends, and it's available now.